You do not need another person sitting in front of you to begin speaking English. I want you to understand that deeply, because maybe this has become your excuse without you realizing it. You tell yourself, I would speak more if I had someone to practice with. I need an English-speaking friend. I need a teacher. I need someone who can correct me. I need a group. And because that person is not available every day, your speaking practice keeps getting delayed. But I want to change that today. Not by giving you another complicated method, not by asking you to memorize 50 sentences. I want to show you how to turn your own home into a speaking environment. Your room can become your practice space. Your kitchen can become your practice space. Your phone can become your practice space. Your daily routine can become your speaking material. You already have situations around you. You already have thoughts. You already make decisions. You already react to things. That means you already have content to speak about. The missing piece is not always a speaking partner. Sometimes the missing piece is a system that makes you open your mouth every day. So right now, I want you to look around the place where you are sitting. Do not translate anything. Do not prepare. Just look. Choose one object near you. Now describe it out loud. Do not name it immediately. Describe it. Maybe it's small. It's black. I use it every day. It's next to my laptop. Now say what it is. It's my phone. Good. Choose another object. Do the same thing. Maybe it's made of glass. There is water inside. It's on the table. It's a bottle. That simple exercise is more powerful than it looks. Because you are teaching yourself to create English from what you see. No partner, no textbook, no prepared conversation. Your environment gives you the topic. Your job is to produce the language. Now look at something slightly more difficult. Maybe a chair. Do not only say, it is a chair. Tell me more. It looks comfortable. It's near the window. I usually sit there when I read. I bought it a few months ago. Now we have description, location, habit, and past experience, all from one ordinary object. This is how you stop waiting for practice to arrive. You create practice from whatever is already around you. And I want you to begin seeing your home differently. A mirror is not only a mirror. It can be a speaking prompt. A window is not only a window. It can give you weather vocabulary. A kitchen gives you actions. A bedroom gives you routines. A cupboard gives you objects. A calendar gives you plans. A phone gives you messages, calls, reminders, photos, and stories. Your home is full of English topics. You just need to use them. Now stand up if you can. If you cannot, simply imagine the movement. Walk toward the door. As you move, speak. I'm getting up. I'm walking toward the door. I'm opening it. I'm looking outside. I'm closing it again. This may feel too simple. Good. Simple is exactly what we need at the beginning. Because if you cannot speak comfortably about a basic action you are doing right now, there is no reason to jump immediately into complicated topics. You build automatic speaking by making ordinary language available. Now I want you to do something without copying me. Perform 3 small actions. Maybe stand up, pick something up, move something. While doing each action, say what you are doing. Do it now. Keep going. Do not stay silent. Good. You have just created your first home speaking exercise. We are going to make it stronger. There are 3 voices I want you to develop when you practice alone. The first is the narrator, the second is the questioner, the third is the responder. Let us begin with the narrator. The narrator describes what is happening. You wake up and say, I'm still tired. I need to get up. I'm looking for my slippers. I'm going to wash my face. You make breakfast. I'm heating some water. I'm looking for a clean cup. There isn't much milk left. I think I'll make tea. You get ready. I can't find my keys. I need to leave soon. I'm running a little late. You do not have to narrate your entire day. That would become annoying. Choose 5 minutes. 5 minutes in the morning. 5 minutes while cooking. 5 minutes while cleaning. Turn those minutes into spoken English. Your daily life becomes your material. Now let us practice. Imagine it is morning. Say, I just woke up. Now add your real condition. I feel. Finish it. Maybe I feel tired. I feel good. I feel hungry. Now, the first thing I need to do is complete it. The first thing I need to do is take a shower. Or, the first thing I need to do is check my messages. Now, after that, I'm going to finish it. You are creating a spoken routine without another person. Now let us build the second voice, the questioner. A lot of learners do not know what to say when practicing alone because nobody is asking them anything. So become the person who asks. Ask yourself questions. Not philosophical questions. Easy questions. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? What do I need next? What happened earlier? What am I planning later? What do I think about this? Let us practice. Ask yourself, what am I doing right now? Answer. Now ask, what did I do before this? Answer. Now, what am I going to do after this? Answer. Now, how do I feel today? Answer. Now, what is one thing I need to finish? Answer. Good. You have created a conversation with yourself. And before you think, that sounds strange, remember what you are training. You are not trying to entertain yourself. You are training the process of hearing a question and producing an answer. That is real speaking work. Now the third voice, the responder. This is where I want you to become more natural. Do not always answer with complete formal sentences. If you ask yourself, am I hungry? You can say, a little, not really, yeah, actually, I could eat something. If you ask, do I have time? You can answer, barely. Not much. I think so. Probably. This teaches you to respond like a person, not like an exam candidate. So ask, am I tired? Respond quickly. Do I want coffee? Respond. Should I go out today? Respond. Do I need to call anyone? Respond. Very good. Now let us make this more realistic. Imagine you have just come home after a long day. Open the imaginary door. Say, I'm finally home. Repeat it. I'm finally home. Now ask yourself, how was my day? Answer honestly. Maybe it was busy. It was exhausting. It was actually pretty good. Now expand. What made it busy? Answer. What was the best part? Answer. What annoyed me? Answer. What do I want to do now? Answer. You can have a 3-minute conversation with yourself after work or study every day. 3 minutes. Not 30, 3. But you have to speak aloud. That matters. Thinking in English silently is useful, but speaking requires physical practice. Your tongue moves, your lips move, your breathing changes. You begin learning what certain sentence shapes feel like. So do not turn every practice session into silent thinking. Use your voice. Now I want to challenge something else. You may believe practicing alone means you cannot improve because nobody is correcting you. That is not completely true. Of course, feedback helps. But you can improve a lot before you even reach that stage. First, you need more output, because correction is only useful when there is something to correct. If you speak 1 minute a week, perfect feedback will not save you. You need volume. You need attempts. You need to hear yourself produce English. So here is one technique I want you to use at home. The 1-minute room talk. Choose one room. Set a timer for 1 minute. Talk about what happens in that room. If you are in the kitchen, say, I spend a lot of time here. I usually make breakfast here. This cupboard is full of spices. We need to buy more rice. I cleaned this yesterday. The sink is still wet. Keep going. If you run out of things to say, change direction. Talk about yesterday. Talk about tomorrow. Talk about what you like. Talk about what you would change. Now let us test it. Choose the room you are in. You have 1 minute. Begin with, this room, go. Do not stop because you cannot think of an impressive word. Use easy English. If you get stuck, look at another object. Keep going. That is the exercise. When the minute ends, do not judge yourself. Ask only, did I stay in English? Did I keep speaking? Where did I pause? Now repeat the same room tomorrow. You will notice something. The room did not change much, but your language may. You may remember a phrase you struggled with yesterday. You may find a faster way to describe something. You may speak longer without searching. That is progress. Now let us move from objects to people. Think of someone you know well. Do not say their name yet. Describe them. They are very calm. They work hard. They always arrive early. They are good at listening. They do not talk much when they are tired. Who are you describing? Now say, I'm describing my. Complete it. Now tell me one memory involving that person. Start. One time. Continue. Do not worry about making it beautiful. Tell what happened. Maybe, one time we went shopping and got completely lost. Maybe, one time they helped me when I had a problem. Maybe, one time we stayed up talking until late. Good. This exercise is powerful because real conversation often involves talking about people, friends, family, colleagues, teachers, neighbors. You already know the stories. You only need to practice retrieving them in English. Now I want you to create your own imaginary speaking partner. Not a fake person with a complicated backstory. Just an empty chair. Yes, an empty chair. Look at it. Imagine someone has asked you, "So, tell me about yourself." Answer, "Do not give me a memorized interview speech. Speak naturally. My name is, I live in. I spend most of my time. Recently I've been. Keep going." Now imagine they ask, "What do you enjoy doing?" Answer, "Then, what are you trying to improve these days?" Answer, "Then, what did you do last weekend?" Answer, "Then, what are you looking forward to?" Answer. Do not wait for someone real to ask you those questions. Rehearse them now, because when the real conversation comes, you will not be meeting the topic for the first time. You already practiced the route. Now let us make this stronger. I want you to switch roles. First, you are yourself. Then you become the other person. For example, you ask, "What do you usually do after work?" Then turn your body slightly and answer, "I usually go home, eat something, and rest for a while." Then ask, "Do you ever go out?" Answer, "Sometimes, it depends on how tired I am." Then, "What do you do on weekends?" Answer. This may feel silly for 30 seconds. Then something interesting happens. You stop caring that it feels silly because your brain gets busy creating language. That is what we want. Now let us work with your phone. Your phone can become one of your best speaking tools, but not in the way you think. Do not immediately download another app. Open your photos. Choose a photo from the last month. Look at it. Now explain the photo aloud. Where was I? Who was there? What happened before the photo? What happened after it? Why did I take it? How did I feel? Let us imagine you choose a photo from a restaurant. Say, "This was taken a few weeks ago. I went there with, we ordered. The place was, I remember." Now the important part. Do not only describe what is visible. Tell the story around it. A photo is a memory trigger. Memories give you endless speaking content. Choose another photo, maybe a street, a family event, a meal, a screenshot, a trip. Talk for 1 minute. You do not need a speaking partner when your own photo gallery contains hundreds of topics. Now open your messages later. Do not read private messages aloud if you do not want to. Instead, look at a recent conversation and summarize it. Say, "I was talking to a friend about. They asked me. I told them. We decided." This trains another valuable skill, retelling. Real conversations constantly require retelling. Someone asks, "What did he say? What happened? What did they decide?" So practice it at home. Now I want you to imagine you receive a message. "Are you free tonight?" Do not type. Answer aloud. Maybe, "What time?" Another message. "Can you help me with something?" Answer aloud. "Sure, what do you need?" Another. "I'm going to be late." Answer. "No problem. Take your time." Another. "I've got some good news." Answer. "Really? Tell me." You are turning text communication into speaking practice. Very simple, very effective. Now let us use your kitchen. The kitchen gives you verbs, and verbs are important because speaking needs movement. Go to the kitchen later and describe what you are doing. "I'm washing the vegetables. I'm cutting them. I'm putting them in the pan. I'm adding a little salt. I'm waiting for the water to boil." But I do not want you to stop at actions. Add decisions. "I think this needs more salt. I'm not going to use all of this. I should probably make more." I don't think we have enough. Add problems. I can't find the lid. This knife is too small. I forgot to buy onions. Now your cooking becomes a conversation. Even if you are making tea. There isn't much water. I'll make 1 cup. I think I used too much milk. That looks fine. You are practicing English connected to reality. And language connected to reality is easier to remember because the meaning is happening in front of you. Now imagine you are teaching someone how to make something. This is another excellent home exercise. Choose something easy. Tea, coffee, toast, rice, and omelette. Explain the steps. First, then, after that. Once it's ready, finally, do it now. Explain how to make your favorite simple drink. Speak for 30 seconds. Good. Now imagine the person misunderstands you. Explain 1 step again using different words. That is flexibility. You are no longer producing one memorized description. You are learning how to reshape your meaning. Now let us move to the mirror. I do not want you standing in front of the mirror saying motivational quotes. Use the mirror for conversation control. Look at yourself and answer a real question. What am I worried about today? Speak. What went well this week? Speak. What do I need to improve? Speak. What is one decision I need to make? Speak. Watching yourself can feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is useful, because part of speaking confidence is becoming comfortable seeing yourself speak. You notice your face, your hesitation, your eye contact, your body language. Do not criticize everything. Just become familiar with yourself using English. Now try this. Look forward. Say, I need to make a decision. Then explain the decision. Maybe, I'm not sure whether I should. Explain both options. On one hand, on the other hand, you are having a real thought in English, not repeating somebody else's sentence. That is a stronger level of practice. Now I want to talk about something that ruins home practice. Stopping every time you do not know a word. You are speaking alone. Nobody is judging you. This is the perfect place to practice surviving missing vocabulary. Imagine you want to describe a bookshelf, but forget the word bookshelf. Do not open your dictionary immediately. Say, the thing where I keep my books. That is enough. Forget curtain. The fabric next to the window. Forget charger. The cable I use for my phone. Your ability to explain around a missing word is more important than always knowing the perfect word. Let us practice. I will give you an object. Do not use its name. Fridge. Describe it. It's a large machine in the kitchen that keeps food cold. Good. Pillow. It's something soft that I put under my head when I sleep. Good. Key. It's a small thing I use to open a lock. Good. Now look around. Choose 3 objects. Describe each without saying the name. Do it. This exercise changes the way you react when vocabulary disappears. Instead of, I don't know the word, so I cannot speak. Your brain learns, I do not know the word, so I will explain. That is freedom. Now let us build a daily self-conversation routine, not a study routine, a speaking routine. At the beginning of the day, ask, what is happening today? Say your schedule. I have, I need to, I want to, I might. At the end of the day, ask, what actually happened? Say, I planned to, but I ended up. The best part was, the hardest part was. This gives you future and past language every day. Morning English, evening English, your own life supplies the content. Try the morning version now. What do I need to do today? Answer, what is the most important thing? Answer, what might be difficult? Answer, what am I looking forward to? Answer, now the evening version. Imagine today is finished. What went well? Answer, what took longer than expected? Answer, what did I learn? Answer, what should I do differently tomorrow? Answer, this is not only English practice, it is meaningful English practice. You are using the language to process your own life. That makes the words matter. Now let us bring in imagination. You do not need another person physically present. Create situations. Imagine you walk into a shop. You are looking for a jacket. Speak both sides. Hi, can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for a jacket. What size do you need? Medium, I think. What color are you looking for? Something dark. Would you like to try this one? Sure. Now change the situation. You are at a hotel. Hi, I have a reservation. What name is it under? It's under... Now imagine there is a problem. I think there might be a mistake. What seems to be the problem? I booked a double room. You are practicing situations before they happen. Do not memorize every word. Practice the function, requesting, explaining, clarifying, deciding, reacting. Now imagine you are calling someone. There is no visual support. This is harder. Good. Pretend you are making an appointment. Hi, I'd like to make an appointment. For what day? Do you have anything available on Friday? What time works for you? Anytime after 3. Now another phone call. You need information. Hi, I'm calling to ask about. Completed. Do not underestimate imaginary conversations. Athletes mentally rehearse movements before competition. Performers rehearse before going on stage. You can rehearse communication before real communication. You are reducing surprise. Now let us use television differently. Do not only watch. Pause after an interesting scene. Ask, what just happened? Explain it aloud. Maybe, he entered the room and realized nobody was there. She looked upset because they were arguing about. Then ask, what do I think will happen next? Predict. I think, maybe, they might, then continue watching. After 1 minute, stop again. Was I right? Explain. This turns entertainment into active speaking. You do not need to do this for the entire episode. 5 minutes is enough. Now if you watch a short video, summarize it afterward. Do not repeat the creator's exact words. Say, the video was about, the main idea was, one thing I found interesting was, I agree with, I'm not sure about. That turns passive content into spoken output. You can do the same with news, podcasts, interviews, documentaries, even cooking videos. You consume something, then you produce something. That balance is important. Because if your English day is 90 minutes of watching and 0 minutes of speaking, your listening may improve faster than your speaking. You want output to exist too. Now let us practice summarizing. Think about the last video you watched before this one. Say, it was about, then, the main point was, then, one thing I remember is. Keep it simple. If you cannot remember anything, use this video. Say, this lesson is about, complete it yourself. Good. Now I want you to create a home speaking challenge for yourself. Every hour you are at home, choose one moment to speak for 30 seconds. Not every hour forever. Try it for 1 day. Maybe at 9 a.m., talk about your morning. At noon, talk about what you are doing. In the afternoon, describe something you see. In the evening, retell something that happened. At night, explain tomorrow's plan. 5 short sessions. That is only a few minutes of speaking. But it changes your day from, I studied English, to, I used English repeatedly. There is a major difference. Now let us make your practice measurable. Do not measure how many words you know. Measure how long you can keep a simple topic moving. Choose a topic, my room. Speak for 30 seconds today. Tomorrow, try 45. Not faster, longer. Add details, add reasons, add examples. Then choose another topic. My morning, my work, my family, my neighborhood. My favorite food, a problem I solved, a place I want to visit, a habit I want to change. Your topics can repeat after a week because you will not be the same speaker. The second version may become richer. Now I want to show you how to create a conversation from 1 sentence. Suppose you say, I went shopping yesterday. Ask yourself, where? I went to the mall. With whom? I went alone. What did I buy? I bought a shirt. Why? I needed something for work. Here, did I like it? Yeah, I found something good. From 1 sentence, you created a full conversation. This is the self-question technique. Use who, what, where, when, why, how. Do not ask all 6 every time. Ask whichever keeps you speaking. Try it. Start with, I had a busy day. Now ask, why? Answer, what did I do? Answer, what was difficult? Answer, how did I feel? Answer, Suddenly, one sentence becomes a minute. That is exactly what you need when you say, I don't know what to talk about. You do. You just need follow-up questions. Now let us practice defending an opinion. This is excellent solo work because nobody needs to disagree with you. You can create both sides. Choose. Working from home is better. Say why. I think working from home is better because, give 2 reasons. Now challenge yourself. But some people would say, give the opposite view. Now respond. I understand that, but you are training argument, flexibility, and longer thinking. Another topic. People should exercise every day. Give your opinion, then argue against yourself. This is advanced home practice because you are forcing your brain to see more than one side. And once again, no partner required. Now let us work on emotion. Choose something that made you happy recently. Tell me what happened. Do not only describe the event, describe your reaction. I was surprised. I couldn't believe it. I felt relieved. I was really proud. I kept thinking about it. Now something annoying. What happened? How did you react? What did you do? Emotion gives energy to language. You remember emotional stories more easily than random textbook dialogues. Use your real experiences. Now I want you to speak about one small success from this week. 30 seconds, go. Do not say, nothing happened. Think smaller. Maybe you finished something. Maybe you woke up early. Maybe you helped someone. Maybe you avoided wasting time. Maybe you made a good decision. Talk about it. Good. Now one mistake from this week. Do not criticize yourself. Tell the story. I forgot. I misunderstood. I should have. Next time. This gives you reflection language. Now here is something I want you to stop doing. Stop waiting for a perfect quiet room. You can practice English while folding clothes, while walking around your room, while making your bed, while organizing a drawer, while watering plants. Movement can actually make speaking feel less intimidating because you are not sitting there staring at a blank wall trying to perform. You are doing something. Speak around the action. I haven't worn this in months. I should probably put this away. This drawer is a mess. I forgot I had this. I need to throw this out. Ordinary English, useful English, your English. Now imagine you are cleaning your desk. Narrate for 1 minute. What are you moving? What needs to stay? What needs to go? What did you find? What are you going to do next? That is a complete speaking session hidden inside a normal task. Now let us use voice recording. This is where home practice becomes much more powerful. Record yourself for 60 seconds. Topic: what happened today? Do not listen immediately. Wait a few minutes, then play it back. Listen for only one thing. Not everything. Maybe pauses, maybe one repeated word, maybe a sentence that sounded confusing. Choose one improvement. Record again. Do not try to repair 10 problems. 1. If your first version had too many pauses, try to make the second smoother. If your explanation was unclear, organize it better. If you kept saying very, replace 1. This is self-feedback, not perfect, but useful. And because you are recording yourself over time, you create evidence of improvement. Imagine listening to your day 1 recording after 30 days. You may hear differences you could never notice from memory alone. Now I want you to practice recording right now without your phone. Imagine the recorder is on. Your topic. One thing I want to do this month. Speak for 40 seconds. Start. Why do you want to do it? What might stop you? What is your first step? Keep going. Good. Now mentally listen to yourself. Where did you struggle? Was it vocabulary? Organization? Confidence? Did you run out of ideas? That tells you what to train. Now let us solve the I have nothing to say problem permanently. Create 5 speaking categories. People, places, problems, plans, opinions. That is enough. People, describe someone. Tell a memory. Explain your relationship. Places, describe somewhere. Tell what happened there. Explain whether you would return. Problems, describe a small problem. Explain what caused it. Explain what you did. Plans. Talk about tomorrow, the weekend, this month. Opinions. Give your view on a simple topic. Now pick one category each day. You never need to stare at the wall wondering what to say. Today, person. Tomorrow, problem. Next day, place. Then plan. Then opinion. 5 days of speaking material. Now let us do a quick round. Person. Talk about someone who makes you laugh. Go. Place. Talk about a place where you feel comfortable. Go. Problem. Talk about something you need to fix. Go. Plan. Talk about something you want to do next week. Go. Opinion. Is waking up early useful? Give your view. Good. You have just proven that you can create speaking practice from your own life. Now I want to change the way you think about a speaking partner. A partner is valuable. A teacher is valuable. Real conversations are necessary eventually. But a partner should not be the place where your speaking practice begins from zero every time. Imagine how much more useful a real conversation becomes if you have already practiced speaking alone. You already know how to describe your day. You already know how to tell short stories. You already know how to explain an opinion. You already know how to ask yourself follow-up questions. Then when someone real appears, you are bringing trained material into the conversation. That is completely different from sitting there hoping the other person magically pulls English out of you. Prepare alone. Use it with people. Improve. Return home. Prepare again. That cycle is powerful. Now I want you to imagine a real conversation you are likely to have. Maybe with a colleague, a customer, a teacher, a stranger, a friend online. What could they ask you? Think of 3 questions. Answer them now. Do not wait for the real moment. Now imagine one unexpected question. Something harder. Answer. If you cannot answer immediately, say, "I've never really thought about that." That itself is natural English. Then continue. You are learning to stay in the conversation. Now we are going to create a full 5-minute home speaking workout. Minute 1. Describe what is around you. Minute 2. Talk about something that happened today. Minute 3. Ask yourself 5 questions. Minute 4. Explain one opinion. Minute 5. Talk about tomorrow. That is it. 5 minutes. You can repeat it every day with completely different content. And because the structure stays familiar, you do not waste energy deciding what practice to do. Let us simulate it. Minute 1. Look around. Describe. Start now. Keep going. Minute 2. What happened earlier today? Tell the story. Keep it simple. Minute 3. Ask yourself, what am I thinking about? Who did I talk to today? What do I need to finish? What am I avoiding? What am I looking forward to? Answer each. Minute 4. Opinion. Is it better to learn a little every day or a lot once a week? Give your opinion. Explain why. Minute 5. Tomorrow. What will I do? What might change? What is important? What do I want to avoid? Speak. That is a complete English speaking workout at home. No partner, no lesson plan, no special equipment. Now I want you to remember something important. Do not make solo practice so comfortable that you never speak to real people. That is not the goal. Home practice is preparation. It gives you repetition. It builds retrieval. It reduces hesitation. But conversation includes things you cannot fully create alone. Unexpected questions. Different accents, interruptions, misunderstandings, real emotions. So when opportunities come, use them. But stop believing you must wait for them. You can train before the opportunity arrives. That is the difference. Now let us finish with a challenge. For the next 7 days, speak at home every day. Not for an hour, 5 to 10 minutes, but make it active. Day 1. Describe your environment. Day 2. Tell stories from your photos. Day 3. Create imaginary conversations. Day 4. Narrate part of your routine. Day 5. Record 1 minute and improve it. Day 6. Give opinions and argue both sides. Day 7. Talk freely about your week. By the end of those 7 days, you will have spent much more time producing English than many learners spend in a month. Not because you suddenly found a partner. Because you stopped making a partner the condition for practice. Now I want you to say this aloud. I can practice speaking at home. Again, I can practice speaking at home. Now, I can create my own speaking situations. Repeat. I can create my own speaking situations now. I don't need to wait for someone to begin. Repeat. I don't need to wait for someone to begin. And one more. When a real conversation comes, I want to be ready. Say it. When a real conversation comes, I want to be ready. That is the purpose of everything we did. You are not replacing human conversation. You are preparing for it. You are creating hundreds of small repetitions before the real moment. And those repetitions matter, because confidence does not come from telling yourself, I should be confident. Confidence comes from evidence. You describe your room for 1 minute. Evidence. You tell a story without stopping. Evidence. You explain around a missing word. Evidence. You record yourself and improve the second attempt. Evidence. You answer an imaginary question without freezing. Evidence. Each successful attempt tells your brain, I can produce English. And when that evidence builds, your relationship with speaking changes. You stop seeing every conversation as a test. You begin seeing conversation as something you have rehearsed for. So after this lesson ends, do not immediately open another English video. Do one thing first. Choose a place in your home. Stand there for 1 minute and speak. Describe what you see. Say what normally happens there. Tell one memory connected to that place. Say what you are going to do next. 1 minute. That is your first independent practice session. Then tomorrow, do it again somewhere else. Your English does not need to wait for a classroom. It does not need to wait for a perfect teacher. It does not need to wait for a fluent friend to become available. You have a voice. You have a home. You have experiences. You have plans. You have opinions. You have stories. That is enough to begin. The next time you catch yourself saying, I have nobody to practice with, change the sentence. Say, I have nobody here right now, so I'll train myself until the next conversation comes. That is a completely different mindset. And when the next conversation does come, you will not arrive empty-handed. You will arrive with practiced stories, practiced descriptions, practiced questions, practiced reactions, practiced confidence. You will have spent time hearing your own voice in English. That matters more than you think. So today, stop waiting for English-speaking practice to happen to you. Create it. Use the room, use the mirror, use the kitchen, use your photos, use your phone. Use your memories, use your plans, use your imagination. Make English part of ordinary moments, because the goal is not to become someone who studies English whenever the perfect conditions appear. The goal is to become someone who can use English wherever they are. And right now, you are already in the perfect place to begin. At home, with your own voice. Start there. Speak today. Speak again tomorrow. And when a real person finally sits across from you and starts speaking English, you will realize something powerful. You were never waiting for practice. You were capable of creating it all along.